back-to-back events where you're giving the culture, when I say, and this is, I'm not going to use the C word, man. I'm going to use fire replay value battles. I thought this weekend was phenomenal. And I know this might be a reach. I know you probably don't want to answer this, but pardon yourself, I'll ask you this. Divide and Conquer Part 1 or Divide and Conquer Part 2? Or we live in prison at the moment right now, and it's just...
Yeah, I'm too good at answering every fucking question that the media asks me, so I gotta actually start to just fucking go political route a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, I just want to live in the moment right now.
Okay. As a supporter,
that's a lot. I do have an answer, but I'm gonna let it ride because I feel like both events was crazy.
Crazy. And I guess for me, I was at Divide and Conquer Part 1, and that was my first event I've been to, and you felt the goddamn electricity in that blue room, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love what the blue room has became. I feel like we really continue to just push brand and put it out there as an environment that just has that feel, you know. And I feel like battle rap needs those to come through every once in a while. We need those. You know, it kind of gives another element on top of the bars for us to enjoy and look forward to. And then these things gain reputations. You know what I'm saying? Like certain elements, certain environments, certain types of cars that have certain themes, they gain these reputations. It's like I don't think that I can do Divide and Conquer outside of a blue room now. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it would confuse fans. Like, what are you doing? Like, you fucking up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so it's dope. It's dope, but it's just another thing to add to our legacy of you know, some of the things that we've accomplished in battle rap with all y'all support. Real talk.
How tired are you mentally?
Tired of shit.
I seen your blog yesterday. You know, you was fighting. You was fighting through the blog.
Yo. Tired of shit. I work 7 days a week, man. I work 7 days a week. I got a couple vacations booked already. I got one in the States and one out the country already locked in, paid for. I'm just waiting for the calendar to get there. I'm waiting. I can't wait. I can't wait for these 2 vacations I got coming up. One of them is like relaxation and, you know, a good time. The other one, actually, I'm not gonna get any rest when I think about it. But yeah, try to get back for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a big weight off your shoulders. If people only knew how much work, how much stress, how much headaches, how much coordination, how many ups, how many downs, how many arguments, how many problems, all the stuff that comes with that 5 to 8 hour show that you guys see. That's all you guys see is the show. What happens, and we've been working on this event for like 2 months. Once we announce it, like the work has started before that.
Right.
You know facts. Once we get into that mode, it's just a lot of, like, my phone turns into a battle rap phone every day, and you gotta work and handle shit and troubleshoot. And even the face off of Bigg, K and Mook, the first face off, it was a lot of work getting that shit together.
Wow.
It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess let's get right to the main event, man. I'm not gonna skip around. Let's get to the main event, man.
Sure.
First of all, are you laughing at the culture in the sense of when this was booked, some people I looked at you kind of crazy, ARP, what are we doing here? Why is Mook battling Bigg K? What did he do to deserve Bigg K and everything like that? And both of these brothers put on. You say
I would probably do that if this was the first time it happened and I experienced that, but I probably experienced that
numerous times.
For how many years?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of battlers even say like RBE they known for that, like they in tune. Some of them have gotten those calls where they just like, where'd you get that idea from? I'm rocking though. You know what I'm saying? Some of them were a part of that. So, you know, you got time. I'll use Murder Mook since you talk about the main event.
Yes, sir.
Murder Mook was in that situation not once, not twice, but 3 times. We've never put him in something obvious. When he battled Verb, the culture was screaming for him versus T-Top or him versus Surf, right? We did the RBE. We said, this is what we want to do. When we was all on lockdown during COVID, you got Murder Mook versus Street Hymns.
Yeah, one of the best verses on there. I'm going to keep it real.
Yeah. Street Hymns. It was like, how did that happen? Certain people said. Street Hymns got, I don't care what nobody say, Street Hymns got Murder Mook on his resume. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then fast forward, here we are again. Like, we didn't expect this. I say good. You know what I mean? So we Murder Mook has been in this spot with us 3 times himself. Big K's probably been in this spot with us a bunch of times for some of the matchups that he probably had announced. And just in general, we've been in that spot for years. So I think it's a good thing to want to go left, have the guts to go left, try things that's a little out there, and have the minds to be creative instead of just being middlemen that got a couple of dollars and sit in battle rap and just pick names out of a hat and say, here, please pay for it. We've been creative our whole time here.
Is there a part of you that's happy for Big K? And a two-part question. This is Big K's 21st battle on RBE. 21st.
I thought it was his 20th.
20.
I thought it was his 20th.
20, my bad. 20th battle on your platform. You say what, sir? What do you say to that?
I think it's dope. I think it's legacy, it's resume shit for both of us, me and K, RBE and K. You know what I'm saying? I think they said just by chance, the luck of the draw is Ill Will and Big K's 20th battle on Divide and Conquer 2, both of them at the same time. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That was crazy. So 20 battles is a lot of battles. You know what I'm saying? It's for one platform. So some of these people move around. So to have 20 of your battles in that one place or whatever, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's dope for K. And to answer the question flat out, of course I'm happy for him. Why wouldn't I be?
Right.
Why wouldn't I be? Of course. Very happy for Big K right now. I was happy for him when we signed the contract.
I'm pretty sure you was, because you look, he deserves that. He put a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know? I know you don't do wins and losses. I'm going to do it for you, right? So I have Mook winning the battle going into the battle. I pick Mook.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't say I have Mook winning after the battle. I felt Big K won that 2-1. I think round 1 is the most debatable round, right? Okay. I thought K got round 2 and round 3 kind of clear in my opinion, right? Okay. I know people don't want to hear this. ARP, there's some people even saying that the dog might have got a 30. I know people don't want to hear that. You hear that word 30, you think it's no body bag, that he might have edged all 3 rounds. What do you say to that? I say one thing that I'm glad for in my spot is that it's a replayable good battle. As long neither one of those guys showed up with a single weak round they both put on, you could tell how much they really paid serious attention and detail to the rounds that they constructed. They took it serious. You know what I'm saying? They all had lengthy rounds. I wouldn't be surprised if we really clocked them. I don't know if you include or don't include when they had to run some of their bars back. However you clock your rounds. I wouldn't be surprised if they both all continue to cross the 4-minute mark. I'm not mad. Didn't look like either one of those guys was mad during the battle. We had plenty of venue time left, so just more content for the channel and for the fans. So I think the back and forth was what it needed to be. Who won, who lost, I'll weigh in on that like later. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll weigh in on that later. But if somebody says that somebody got 30, that's something that I didn't predict going in. Me neither. I had one bet. I had one bet for $100, and it was a bet that was just done out of fun. It was just pure out of fun. Niggas going back and forth, arguing, debating, just battle rap, talking shit. And I bet $100 that nobody would get 30'd. That was my bet. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't believe going in that K could, 30 Mook, or that Mook could 30 K. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm wrong, though. I think I'm wrong. Like, I think for the sake of that bet, it's a safe bet. I think that's a safe bet. But talent-wise, I would retract that. I think they are both capable of 30ing each other on any given Saturday. So it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Any given Saturday, one of them could definitely 30 the other person. And look, I said Big K, I got Big K 2-1. There's people on the chat saying they have Mook. So it shows you how the battle was, ARP. There's people in the chat saying, wait a minute, man, slow up, pump your brakes.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good battle rap debate. That means that 2 battles is put on. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right. Talk to me about Mook coming outside, man, taking this battle and everything like that, man. Listen, I think for me, throughout the years, my problem with Mook was him not battling guys of Big K, the Verbs of the world. You know what I mean? Even I think Mook and Verb was kind of late, but I'm glad they got it off, right? And battling Tay-Rod, Geechee Gotti, now Big K, right? What do you say to Mook right now that he's actually doing what people wanted him to do this whole time?
I ain't giving Mook the credit for that.
All right, so are you taking credit? It sounds like you're taking credit, sir.
If I wanted to just, be an ass, I'd be like, RBE's taking the credit for that. Or there's another perspective. The other perspective is the same way I praise things that are unexpected. The other perspective could be that nobody has ever thought that you can book somebody of Murder Mook's stature without attempting to create a premeditated legacy battle. Mm-hmm. Assuming that it has to be God tier versus God tier.
Right.
It has to be pioneer versus pioneer. Reed and Mook, for example, right? This is the home of blood, sweat, and tears. This is the home of blood, sweat, and tears. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you also got to factor in the financial side of things. Even Mook said in the face-off, the first face-off, he was like, I would expect that, certain opponents, because wouldn't it be in best business interest? He said that himself. What he's implying is that also from a league standpoint, you book a Hitman or Cassidy or Murder Mook, automatically from a matchmaking standpoint, you have to start thinking that the other side needs to be somebody of that stature to make up all that type of finances that's moving around. Mm-hmm. And I said in my live last night, I said, somebody got to have the balls to do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to take, even putting it in a blue room, even though the car was worthy of a max out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I could look at it from the perspective of hopefully we continue to break those grounds and show people that you don't have to have that type of booking style. You can also try, even from a business and a financial standpoint, you can get creative and try to figure out a way to work that out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or I could just say, no, fuck it, that's just RBE on your blood, sweat, and tears shit. Or people just give the credit to Mook. Y'all choose.
Right. Will we see Mook again?
Mook is saying I'm outside, so you got to give him some credit.
Got to give him credit. You have to.
It's
a fact. Will we see Mook again on RB this year? Again.
Is that your way of asking if he signed a multi?
Yes, sir. Fuck it. Yeah. Yes.
Mook is under an 8-battle deal.
Why you bullshitting, ARP? Come on.
I want to say a number that was so outlandish that niggas like,
come on,
man. Anything is possible, man. On some fucking Kevin Garnett shit, man. Like, anything is possible, man. You never know. You never know. I mean, we've been working together since 2018. Me and Murder Mook. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? RBE and Murder Mook. You know what I mean? When there's business that works out on both sides, it'd be a green light. When we both handle, our I would say our actions a certain way, we pull it off. You know what I'm saying? The way that we move and everything. And I'm like that with every battle. You know what I'm saying? The business could work out. We both move a certain way. We're going to get to work. We're going to get to work. You know what I'm saying? So Mook getting back on RBE is absolutely something that I think the fans is got in their minds. Like, yo, what's the next one? Is he already under a multi-deal? To be continued.
He looked good in that blue room, ARP. He looked good in that blue room. I ain't gonna lie to you. He did.
Yeah. But a lot of people excel in a small room. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of battlers that's good in both. But we definitely always RBE history has a lot of focus on smaller environments. We are the ones I say that I feel like really push that into battle rap. I'm not saying we're the first to do small room events. We're the first to purposefully put big matchups and big cards in small room.
Right.
That's what RBE did. You know what I'm saying? So there goes the Mook shit. Y'all just seen it. Y'all got a Mook battle online now. I think it's the VOD is less than 50 minutes, and both of them and Big K had long rounds too. So picture that. Y'all be thinking that a Mook battle's got to be an hour 20. Some of that is because the crowd isn't disrupting the battle as much as what gets disrupted in a big room. You know what I'm saying? Some of that plays a factor too. So condenses the content and makes it more consumable, where it feels like, yo, this is just a better battle. It's a better vibe. It's a better feel. They're able to deliver their artistry better. It's all part of these formulas.
I want to give Big K kudos in this sense also. You put him against A-Ward, right? Big grudge match on Divide and Conquer Part 1, right? I thought he won the battle, right? You give him Murder Mook right after that, and I felt by you giving A-Ward, then Murder Mook right after that, that pushed him to stay in that same tunnel vision that he had against A-Ward. He brought that over here to the Murder Mook battle. I think Big K right now, man, I was telling Jay Black earlier, we got to have a conversation at the end of the year, man. This brother right here, on this Champion of the Year talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. When do you foresee this battle dropping? Is it going to be the first battle that you drop on YouTube?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to be the first battle from the card that drops. And real quick, I want to shout out to Coach Corleone. I seen Coach Corleone do an interview,
right,
where he was like, "Man, I got contracts for Big K." He's not lying.
I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, now that it's public, I might as well double down on it and use it as an opportunity to shout out both Big K and Coach Corleone. The reason being is because when we initially booked Big K and A-Ward, the way that the negotiations went is that Big K ended up with a 2-battle deal, right? And it was A-Ward and it was Coach Corleone. But then when that battle didn't happen on Closure Part 2, and we had to push back Big K and A-Ward,
right?
Yeah, the thought was, okay, let's not make Coach wait. And then you end up with the Coach versus B Magic battle. You know what I'm saying? And then Big K has what people said was performance of the night. Now he's in a golden opportunity spot. You know what I'm saying? Where if I'm doing my job, I also make sure that that man gets what he deserves. So at some point in his career, where everybody wants to see one of those God tiers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is now a chance. Will just had one. Here's a chance for Big K to get one, and it's going to make more sense than it ever has in front of the culture because of what he just did on the last card. And then here goes Coach being a good sportsmanship, and he still gets his plate. We still make sure, like, you're not missing out on a plate. You know what I'm saying? But Big K got something going on. So we just switched the timing of things. You know what I mean? So I want to salute Coach Corleone and Big K for that. And y'all are still going to see that battle because Big K is not a diva.
Yeah,
Big K is not a diva.
He's not. Big K
is not a diva. Y'all are still going to see that battle. When? I'm not sure. But we're going to make sure we continue to take care of both of those guys.
Speaking of taking care of somebody, now the conversation was, okay, Big K, you go to A-Ward to Murder Mook. And I don't know if you saw what's going on, but people are pushing Big K versus Easy the Block Captain. And they say if Easy makes his second appearance, or y'all don't mind, I know about that, second appearance on Red Breed Entertainment, that a Big K Easy the Block Captain battle, you know what I mean?
That's not even Easy the Block Captain's second appearance. I think people are just paying attention more because of the controversy that was around Easy the Block Captain. Easy the Block Captain was at RBE events when he was still in, when him and URL, their situation. You go look at the straight to it battles and events and all that type of shit. Easy was in town, I think, doing like shooting for the joint that he was doing and all that, and they pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Al pulls up. A lot of these guys, Suge, John, they all pull up.
But this, I don't at RBE, I don't play the league stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if you've never battled here before. You know, when niggas walk up to me like, yo, Twerk wants to pull up, give me the address. And that was a private event. You know what I'm saying? Give me the address. Don't come through. You know what I'm saying? We'll yuck it up when Surf gets here. When Surf said that shit on the Joe Budden podcast, when Joe Budden said, yo, what's the beef with you and ARP?
Right. And
Surf tells Joe, he was like, man, he's taking a shot. He's being funny. But at the same time, there's still truth in it. He was like, ARP comes outside to get me at his events. They always say that's because like we could be at Max out and Surf would be at, you know what I'm saying, outside the door in a long ass line. And he'll hit my line like, yo, ARP, I'm outside. Yo, come look out for your boy. Right. And I'll go outside and get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we'll get online and then we'll fucking argue. You know what I'm saying? It's an open door for any battler that supports RBE. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people thought anything different. So
What's your thoughts on Mook stir around doing the? Listen, I saw you caught strays all night, sir. You were catching strays all night.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
all night. I think Tato was the first one to get me, and then it just cascaded. Like 7 more. Everybody was just like, "Oh, I got some for ARP tonight." I don't know. I didn't sign no contracts to nothing. I don't know what happened, but I think Mook's was good. I think Mook's was good. If you pay attention to it though, I think like 90% of the bars wasn't a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like when he said, all this high, Your Honor, he's not talking to me. He's talking.
Court system,
Yeah.
system. All right.
Yeah. So that's not for me. You know, like even when Swave says that's like I didn't go to court and say I have a problem legally with this other company. So that can't be for me. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be for me. And then like the whole divide and conquer, you know, I guess in his mind from the outside looking in, I think you see us talking about it real quick on 15 Minutes of Fame. I think that came out. Well, hip hop was real. And when I asked him, I was just like, how did you come up with this? Somebody told you that divide and conquer, the theme of it is about, you know, a battle from URL and a battle from RBE. He was like, I guess it looked that way. And I laughed like, oh, so fuck it. It just, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even think it looks that way. I think I like look at the card. Like I don't see that at all. You know, like Clips has been here since like 2016 or 15 or some shit. He's been battling it. I don't see. But you know, I don't get in the way of people's artistry. You know what I'm saying? To me, what I'm saying here on this interview is not going to beat any narratives that come out of the actual battle when it drops. I got to take my own advice. Me explaining this right now is just for the core battle rap community. When that battle drops, they're going to hear his message, not mine. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and then he was like, well, how? He said it first. How about if I tell you that you're not smelling like? In my mind, like I don't try not to talk to him about. In my mind, I was like, me and Smack are polar opposites. Like, duh, motherfucker. Like, we're polar opposites. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to Mook, man. I think he was getting me back for allowing Big K to put on that picture in our interview. That's my guess.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Give me your thoughts on King Los versus Ill. Real quick before you go, sir. I had preview enough to interview both these brothers and stuff. I love both these brothers, man. Cool brothers, man. And I told Los this. I have him undefeated. I thought he beat Daylight, DNA, and Head Ice, right? I have Ill Will 2-1.
Okay.
And the funny thing about this battle, ARP, is that I didn't recap this battle till today. Between both of these brothers, there's too much bars, there's too much over the head stuff. You can't catch all the bars in the first watch, right? No. I thought Los got the first round. I thought Ill Will got the second round. And a third round, I edged it to Ill Will. You know what I mean? Okay. Good battle.
Big King Los.
Do you think King Los at times, he's so dope with the pen that he's not dumb it down, I should say, but she care more about the camera when it comes on cam.
I think somebody like King Los, who even said in the face-offs that was before the event, the night before the event,
right? He
said I do 75%, and he's trying to say that I'm evolving. Like I think when people hear that, they trying to immediately equate that to like arrogance. Like who the fuck you think you are? I'm only gonna Ill Will with 75%. But he explained that in the joint with me. He said I battled DNA on 65%. I asked him, I was like, you trying to say that you thought that DNA is so sweet that you could go 65%? He said, no, it's just his room for growth. So he understands that he could still be, I mean, I think we see a lot of our vets still learning from the culture and criticism. You know what I'm saying? Murder Mook just said in the face-off versus K, I'm taking criticism. This is what y'all want. Okay, I guess you could be young forever. The ignorant, cool. You know what I'm saying? Show off continued his very first bar versus Chef Trez. He critiqued himself. The first thing out of Show Off's mouth was critiquing himself. You see what I'm saying? So I think any battle. If I can have somebody that's been battled as long as Murder Mook or as long as Show Off, and they're saying on camera publicly that they're taking criticism, then it should be able to be across the fucking board. And that doesn't exempt King Los. So if people are saying that King Los, you know what, we get it now. We know you could write. Mix it more haymakers now. I'm pretty sure he'll hear that and he'll be like, okay, cool, I got y'all. Because he's saying he's still got another 25% of growth as far as what he thinks he could figure out and tailor to his artistry and bring to the stage. So I think that's a good thing.
You know what's interesting about I like this man's first round a lot, man. Like, listen, I've seen guys scheme, right? The man's scheme, his whole first round was 90% of it was a car scheme, and he did not lose a beat at all. I'm sitting there like, dog.
He got in that lane and he just I don't know if that's ever, I don't remember ever seeing that before. And I haven't replayed that battle yet. I don't remember seeing if somebody did an entire round with the same scheme.
And I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if I've seen somebody do that before.
I don't think so either. I said on my blog, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I love Chilla, Mook. These guys who scheme a lot, but not that long.
I hope nobody did it before, because I love that type of stuff on the RBE legacy and catalog. I love shit like that. Yeah. Oh, Mook got a 20+ minute round out there. It's on the RBE channel. Like, I love shit like that. There's a 4-round trade-off with Sharon and Chef on the RBE. Like, I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it is the first time it's happened. That's dope.
The thing with King Los is this. I don't know how anybody can chastise this, man. The thing, when you write down the man's bars, you got to wind it back and write it down as a recap in the battle. You be mesmerized at the stuff this man is saying. His pen is on some next thing. I literally love his first round. That whole mechanic scheme to me is friggin' crazy. Well, you know what I mean? The only thing I would push back on him is this. Sometimes he's so dope that he might not be so direct sometimes.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I say anybody that gets cosigns from literally some of the best writers in rap writing history, the man gets notoriety from like Royce is one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got Royce, that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? You can write. So we know what the fuck Los is capable of. He was born with that alien writing capability. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's going to just continue to tailor that for battle rap. And he's doing it while standing in front, like you see, like, this is just examples coming to my mind. Nobody take this the wrong way. Like Jay Mills, right? Jay Mills says on camera a lot, he'd be like, yo, I'm figuring it out. King Los is figuring it out as well. But King Los is actually figuring out while standing in front of competition that can bury you and kill your career. It makes no fucking sense. Like, you're figuring out in front of Head Ice, Daylight, DNA, and Ill Will. You're figuring out how to be great in front of people like that. And you're still walking away with your scars and your cuts and the bloodshed, but you're walking out though. Like, and some of them you're actually walking out with an opponent that's walking out worse than you.
Yeah, I would say that. Talk to me about Ill Will, man. What are we doing with Ill Will, man?
Hitman, man. Hitman is time.
Man, you went there, sir. Will he get Hitman? Okay, look. ARP, will he get Hitman? Well, go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Sure, I'm just saying it publicly now. Sometimes I don't even do shit like that. I like everything to be a surprise when we come outside. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if I should just start campaigning at this point. I don't know. Just force it. I might just force it. Just make it like impossible to, like, it has to happen like yesterday. I might, because I think Holla respects Will. Holla likes Will a lot.
I love that battle.
Yeah. Holla don't just take battles just for business.
Oh, you mean Holla? My bad.
Holla. He don't just take shit only because, oh, the business and the check is right, or this person's cooking or whatever. He'd be having to, like, actually respect the person. Like, there's bags out there like literally, I know some of these matchups of people that's trying to battle him, and there's leagues or maybe me, and Holla's like, I don't fuck with that person enough to ever to share stage with him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how Holla is. That's how he stand. You know what I'm saying? And he respects ill will. So that's like one of the things about how selective Holla is, that's already a done deal. Now, as far as ill will just continuing to put on, I think ever since like last year and moving into this year, he's doing a lot. I didn't forget the Hollow battle. It feels like it was just yesterday. It's a classic main event.
One of the best battles this year. Continue though.
100%. One of the best battles of this year. And oh yeah, one of the best female versus male battles ever, what he just did with 40 bars.
40, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So ill will, the timing of it, I think when you ask me about ill will, what's starting to come to mind first is like Holla. You know what I'm saying? Like I could talk about ill will's performance all day. I think he's arguably the best battle rapper in the world. Like he could be number one. Ill Will could be number one in the whole world. And I think the timing is starting to come around again. So
what's your take on King Los during a battle, kind of throwing kudos to Ill Will's way? Like, yo, my man, we're battling, but I respect you. I think you should be doing certain things besides just battling and everything like that. What's your take on that?
I think in general, the way battlers conduct themselves off the stage is becoming more and more important in this industry, in this culture. It's becoming more and more important. The business of battle rap has always been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, always. You know what I'm saying? And the pace of battle rap is at its all-time fastest, right? I try not to say the words watered down that much, you know what I'm saying? Because technically, if we're here for battles and we're getting battles, maybe we shouldn't complain, but at the same time, it changes the energy. It changes the anticipation. It changes the fan expectation. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the same people that used to say, don't do this too much, and that's the way we're telling people to not battle or whatever, now are in the midst of some of the fastest paced shit that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Battlers and leagues, whether they had that mind state. So that shows you that people's mind state and their approach to battle rap business-wise is changing. You see some of your greats popping up twice a month. Some of the biggest battle rappers in the game are battling twice a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes the ability to bring the stuff that's off the stage that much more important, because when you got that much clutter and that much frequency and that much energy all next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, how do you stand out?
Right.
How do you stand out? You know what I'm saying? If you can't stand out, that means the bag comes down. That means the views come down. That means the anticipation and the energy comes down. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And me, I like to try to go dollar for dollar, if not more, bare minimum. So I'm the guy that also show people their numbers. Like, ain't nobody trying to pay you, house money when you bring in car money. Like, it just is what it is.
What's your take on Verb? Because it seems like Verb kind of wants smoke with Ill Will. I've been noticing that the last couple of events on social media when Will is battling, he's doing a Twitter thing. It's kind of hard about Ill Will, though. Is that something that you would entertain?
I think for whatever reason, if Holla and Will doesn't happen very soon, then I think Verb and Will is also another discussion. I think those two battles for Will right now are probably the top two discussions. But then again, it's like you can always have people like Mook in that discussion too. I mean, Will's got dope options, and I think all the options is epic. So I want to see Will continue to stay on that path. If I had my way.
You got your way.
Yeah, if I had
King,
my way.
the next battle I want King Los to have, though, if he decides to come back, which he should. I don't think he should stop battling at all. Let me say that right quick. Him and A-Ward.
I agree.
I want that. Yes, I want that. I want them to do each other. You know what I mean? So,
but I don't want to see it unless they're going to do the 4-round trade-off. Me personally, because I feel like the 4th round bar for bar trade-off, we did it twice. We did it with Big Cannon versus Sharon, and they had a crazy one too. and then Sharon versus
Trez.
Trez, of course, is one of the best RBE battles. You know what I'm saying? That 4th round trade-off is, like I said, one of them stats. Like, you know how LeBron got all these stats all over the place? You're like, yo, he's the first person, the highest this or whatever. Like, Sharon and Chef Trez doing that 4th round is like one of those type of stats to me. Like, yo, it's just something buried, not even buried, something in the battle rap timeline that is just, you can go to it and like, battle rap did this right here too. You know what I'm saying? So when you get an A-Ward and a King Los on the same stage together, I think you need to take the opportunity out of that to get one of those 4th round type of situations. If you got a DNA and King Los could have did it, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe should have tried to. I don't know what their business or their discussions was, but 2 guys like that have that type of reputation, I think you take advantage of it.
Charlie Clips and Rosenberg, real quick, let me ask you a first part question. How come there was no face-off between these gentlemen? Was it because it's too late? Was it time?
Flight delayed by one of them. Neither, not their fault. Total flight delay. And they were actually both there. When the stream was ending, like, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, for all I know. When it was ending, I said on the stream, I said, Rosenberg Raw is sitting behind the camera in the crowd, right? And I waved to him, like, because Rosenberg Raw was literally on camera while we was doing, behind the camera when we was doing Bill Will versus King Los. When Will walked off, and then we continued with King Los, Ross stood up, and he was just like, yo, I'm trying to go to sleep. I couldn't hear him. He goes, yo, right? And Charlie Clips was there the whole day. He was outside hanging out with people, doing interviews, pacing back and forth, chilling, having a good time. So they were both there, and then it just got so drawn out. I was just like, yo, I waved off to Rosenberg, and I said, go ahead, go. And he went right upstairs, boom, took his ass to sleep. And then after that, Clips walked in, and I was just like, yo, I didn't know where you was, but I didn't care at this point because I was just like, yo, I knew that you was here, but I ain't try to bring you out 2 o'clock in the morning to do a face-off. Like, we let it go. We had enough at that point. So flights, man. Fucking flights, man. Flights.
What is it about Charlie Clips coming on your platform and not doing the bullshit? What is that about?
Timing, rapport, business, honor. Those are probably the 4 things. Probably.
He battles Farrah, he don't bullshit. He battles Math, he doesn't bullshit. And he battles Frozen, he doesn't bullshit.
And all 4 of those elements is the reasons why, I think. You know what I'm saying? All 4 of those reasons. Rapport-wise, me and Clips is like, we 2 of the coolest niggas in this shit. It's just, y'all can see me and Clips off camera. You know what I mean? Like, get on the phone, chop it up, diss each other, joke, troll each other, all types of shit. So rapport-wise, like, we've always been, like, real cool. Business-wise, I've always made business respectful and strong and solid for Charlie Clips. You know what I'm saying? Timing is like, I think the culture kind of wants to see a good Charlie Clips right now, or a better Charlie Clips right now, I should say. Because they're getting good Charlie Clips, but I should say a better Charlie Clips. Because when you're at that stature, they don't want to see you doing none of this. They want to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he's a victim of his own stature and his own capabilities, which is actually a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually a good thing. And then honor is the last one, the 4th ingredient. Honor of, I already said rapport, but the type of honor that we've built amongst each other. Like, for example, like if I get a call, like, yo, I know this contract, I'm supposed to be like this, but I got this opportunity to do this. And then I send something to you and say, you want to know what? Go get your money, handle your business. Now, if you're a man of honor, that's going to come back my way. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come back my direction. So those 4 things is probably the reasons why anytime that he's touched the stage, things are just gone like that.
How real was that conversation that you and Charlie had before the battle about let's chill on a freestyle for 3 rounds? How real was that conversation?
It was real. It wasn't just promo. It wasn't promo. You know what I'm saying? And I give him credit for that because I think people think that it was in his contract. His contract for Rosenberg Raw was signed before the Jazz battle. He was locked in before the Jazz battle. Like, if you just rewind this 30 seconds and go and see what I said, just put the two dots together and then you catch it. Like, okay. I understand now what he means when he was saying the honor part. You know what I'm saying? So his contract was signed before. You know what I mean? So that's actually him standing on honor, like, you know what? This is a way that we can give back the momentum or some of the energy of what you get when you book a Charlie Clips. Because Charlie Clips ain't cheap if you're talking about the business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cheap. So niggas be wanting theirs when it's time. You know what I mean? So.
But what do you say to the people that say that ARP is stripping the man of one of his power moves and stuff like that? You know what I mean? What do you say to people that say
Nah,
that?
nigga, I ain't gonna blame me for that. He stripped himself. That shit. You're abusing your powers. You abuse your powers.
Right?
Remember the scene? Remember the scene where Superman allowed himself to be arrested, and he was in. Oh, same shit.
That's the analogy we're using.
Nah, I do this shit for real, and I didn't have that coming into this interview. I do this shit for real. Like that's literally what happened to Clips. Like everybody know he could have burnt the whole jail down and just took off if he wanted to. He allowed himself to be arrested and cuffed because he was like, "This is what the people want from me." Okay, cool, guy. Give me these weak ass fucking handcuffs for a second, and I'm gonna show y'all that I can comply. So it's honor, and it's dope they did that.
Wow. Froze's biggest battle of his career. Can I say that?
I think Froze said that himself.
He said that to me in the response. What do you think though? As a fan, as a league owner, do you concur with that?
Yeah, because I think following wise, viewership wise, stature wise, even as far as him continuing to hone his craft, I think this is Raw's peak. I don't think Raw was like ever in his career was like this and then went like this and then went like this. And I think he's been going like this steadily for like the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? So if you continue to climb and then you get arguably the biggest opponent you've ever had, and you're all those factors of your career at their peaks right now, it becomes the biggest situation. So yeah, it makes sense.
When this battle drops, I'm gonna go on record. I mean, I'm not giving breaking news, but I think he's gonna get his first 1 million views with this battle.
That's dope. I hope so. You wanna know what I thought was crazy when I found out? When we dropped K versus Boom, at the time K had never had a 1 million view battle. I was like, what? So I think some of his buzz and everything also helped to push. I think it's either him and Ilmac or maybe him and Ice, one of those that crossed 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is dope for Big K. And I'll be back and forth with it. Like the logical side of me says that that's just a mental thing, a psychological thing of those numbers and how people use them to like have rank and have them as brownie points. Like you don't even got this and I got it. You know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, being that it doesn't happen frequent enough in our culture, it does become something significant to battlers and to leagues. So if this is Raw's first 1 million view battle, then that's dope. That's dope.
Going to this battle, I picked Rosenberg to beat Charlie Clips. I just can't trust Charlie sometimes. But I gotta be honest, I think it's a very debatable battle. I would say first round is the closest round, right? I'm torn between Charlie and Frozen at first. My edge, Charlie a smidge, I want to say. I thought Frozen clearly got round 2, and Clips got round 3 and everything like that. You dig what I think? They round 2 and round 3 are the standouts battles. Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Everybody's talking about this. Your thoughts on Charlie Clips third round?
Great, masterful, classic. Masterful is the first word, though. Masterful.
So when he's putting the audio out and everything like that, are you sitting there like, okay, where are we going with this? Where are we about to go with this?
Audio didn't really make me feel caught off guard or nothing like that. What I thought was crazy though is I gotta ask him this question, or if somebody interviews him, ask him the question of how is his round going to be tailored, or what was he going to do in the beginning of the round if I didn't have a microphone? Because I gotta double check the footage. I don't think I used the microphone the entire Divide and Conquer Part 1. I think I used it.
I was in the building. Did you?
I don't think I did.
Talk on the mic?
Yeah.
You did. You shout out on the blog. You shout out mad people.
No, I everybody out, but I think I just did that introducing the battle. Did I do it on a microphone though?
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Right next to you.
Yo, because in my mind,
Uh-huh.
I don't remember using a microphone in the first event.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, what if I didn't have a microphone? What would we have done there?
Mm-hmm.
And I know the answer actually could be, then you can't play to the crowd. The crowd misses out, but you play to the footage and the stream, and you put your phone up to the camera. You know what I'm saying? But then the people in the building never get that part.
Mm.
Does that mess up the build up? Like, it's just he had a couple things that went right for him. You know how they say, like, to win the championship, a couple things got to go right for you. A couple things went right for him for his masterpiece to actually come together. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Did anything catch you off guard?
Yeah. Come on, 3. Don't talk to me like that. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't alley-oop me in to the obvious joint.
Hold on. All right. So
anything that caught you off guard in Rosenberg Raw's round? No, 3. Not that I remember. Okay, well, to be fair, how about I ask you this thing? Was there anything that caught you off guard in Charlie Eclipse's?
Hey, man, I've been doing this for a while, so help me.
Don't throw me off the backboard, man. You got the rock, man. It's all good. Come up court.
Okay, so real talk, though. People were talking about body language and everything like that. Oh, look at ARP's facial expression and everything like that. How do you feel about Clip's the things that he was saying to you, though, that he was hearing? Was it like, I've heard this before and that's not true? What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I want to be careful so that I don't further impact the battle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I do think it was masterful. I think I've trained myself over the years to get better and better of not saying anything and going with this. So a lot of moments that I'd love to rebuttal and say things. When Mook is rapping to me at the end, you think I don't want to say something? I'm like,
you learned from Arsenal. You learned from the Arsenal situation, I think.
Yeah, that was the first thing. The backlash of like, yo, we know what Arsenal does, and you're the league owner. Like, I'll be hating that sometimes. I'll be like, first, I've said it a million times. First of all, it's impossible to say 100% professional in an unprofessional environment. That's impossible. This isn't corporate America, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's number one. And then number 2, I think that if league owners across the board carried and maintained a top-notch level of professionalism, then I would have that responsibility of maintaining that. But we don't have the cleanest reputations. We fuck up a lot of shit. And I have a million examples to give right now, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? We like, come on. So you know, but at the same time, that's still Arsenal rapping. You know what I mean? So let me get my haymaker off, because using the host or the league owner is 9 times out of 10 going to create a haymaker. You know what I'm saying? Or a good reaction.
All the time.
So yeah, so no, I get it. And the way he crafted it, I've trained myself over the years, I think, to stop talking. Red had me not able to talk really too much. I felt weird, like Red versus Show Off. But the phone part of it, I think he really had me in a spot where it was like the curiosity killed the cat. You know, because I'm such a fan in the moment as well. And it's like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Matter of fact, yo, check your phone. I sent it to you in the second round. And I said to somebody on the phone today, I was like, that's kind of like a magic trick. Like when somebody be like, yo, check your left hand, the coin is not there. It's like, you got to open your hand to look. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the moment, and that's the feeling of that moment. It's just like, I know there's a battle coming on, and I know I'm neutral when the coin flips for everybody. But what you just did, and the way you set it up, and the way the whole room stops, and everybody stops, and the light just goes to you, and it's just like, what the fuck is in my phone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Curiosity kills the cat, man. But no, all due respect to Rosenberg Raw and all due respect to Charlie Clips, man. It's just one of those moments, and he just put it together very well. I gotta call a spade a spade.
I guess people are questioning, are you a froze good?
100%.
Do you feel a way about him trying to go to URL?
No, I knew about that whole situation.
So you know about the whole situation already, right?
I knew about the entire situation.
ARP's body language, and people are even questioning, well, who's the person that snitched? Who was the person that give the text. Those are what people are talking about online and
Well, the
everything,
person
man.
that did it is in the text. You know what I'm saying? Which is another reason why I think it's an attempt of real divide and conquer. So, like, that's not gonna
No
happen.
pun intended. All pun intended. All pun intended.
Nah, pun intended. Pun
Pun
intended.
intended.
Real shit, pun intended.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I
Because
think, but I think that type of shit in the culture, if that was the climate, I'd be 100% cool with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of like being tactical, like within the battles and the bookings and this and a little do that over there, a little sprinkle that over there. That's because we end up with moments. I'm cool with that. It'd be the other shit that I got a problem with. You know what I'm saying? So now I got no quarrel with that round and even how it came about it all. It's all good. I'll peep the play.
He said I'll peep the play. Oh man. Will we see Charlie Clips again on RB ever again? Maybe next year, maybe, or max out.
I don't like the way you started by saying ever again. I was like, why would that be a question?
I don't know, Charlie. I don't know, man. Listen,
I'm mad.
like I said,
I'm mad. Clips ain't make it out to the after party. Like nobody. Listen. Please, people, don't ask me the question. Now you three.
Right.
Don't ask me the question if me and Clips is good. Don't ask me the question if me and Raw is good. Don't ask me the question is me and Swave good. Don't ask me the question if me and Mook was good. I don't feel disrespected by none of those rounds or none of those balls.
Got you.
I think what everybody did was either masterful, classic, and most of them was commendable. Commendable. A bunch of those that I mentioned was commendable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Swave's, for example, was commendable. So it's just like, I get it because I think people seeing me in that spot, they'll question it like, you just like, it's Clips, welcome back ever. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's awesome or ever welcome back. Yeah, he is. You know what I'm saying? Of course he is.
All right.
What are you talking about?
The grudge match of grudge matches on RBE Divide and Conquer Part 2. I don't know. The intensity between these two brothers, the face-off was crazy. Coach Corleone versus Payne. I got to be honest. I did pick Payne to win that battle going into the battle. I can't say I was right afterwards, ARP. We'll talk about the grudge match, the face-off. Your thoughts on this battle, man?
I think they had great energy. I think Payne's last face-off with Bigg Cannon was very similar. I think people got short memories. There was slap, well, I'll do this to you that happened in Bigg Cannon versus Payne. You know what I'm saying? And they loved it. You know, who we all kidding? The fans want the controversy. They want the drama. They want the elevated tension because in battle rap, that's what the content is anyway. And it's aggressive. It's an aggressive sport. It's an aggressive culture. You know what I'm saying? It's a competitive culture. And we allow the most disrespectful things to be said. You know what I'm saying? If I could tell you about your deceased and tell you about your this and your that, your mother, your father, and all that type of shit, there's gonna be triggers in there. It's gonna be triggers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be trying my best to tell people like now I feel like the rule at RBE, I've said this in the past, like yo, the rule is just stay in your seat. Because I know there's going to be triggers with certain people. But please everybody stay in your seat. But sometimes people just have certain things that they hear, they're just like, nah, I can't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But that we don't put security at the face-offs and at the battles for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm there to try to do my best to try to at least create a barrier between the two people. Because when you got two men that's really going 90 miles per hour towards each other, I'm not gonna be able to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do my best to tackle a nigga if I really turned up all the way, or drag somebody if I really turn up all the way. But really, the part that I'll be playing is I know that the psychology and some of the physical threat of when there's something between, it keeps people's hands to their sides a little bit more. Because when you're allowed to get all the way to the point where you nose to nose, somebody gonna let it fly. You know what I'm saying? So we do all of that if things get elevated and a trigger is pushed. And then when people have that moment where they can get themselves calmed down and realize like all you guys are doing is giving the fans what they want anyway, people get back in their bag and they can get back in their business. Like, all right, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, so shout out.
Is this a battle where people take Coach more serious?
If so, they haven't been watching him enough. But if it is, then that's fine, because the brick by brick mentality over here is real. It's like, okay, catch on brick by brick to the platform. Give the platform its respect brick by brick. Same thing with the battle is. Get your respect. I love what Payne is saying. Payne is like, yo, I'm gonna have the same energy that I have right now next year. You know what I'm saying? These people that have brick by brick, not overnight, not microwave versus cooking on the stove mentality. That's brick by brick shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you didn't see that already in the B Magic battle, okay, maybe I saw something a little earlier, and then you see it here, you catch on, and you fan by fan, piece by piece, card by card. So I think that's dope.
Let me say this to you about the Magic battle. I saw flashes, right? But in this particular battle with Payne, I gotta be honest, ARP, I was kind of shocked how Coach had the crowd by his hands. Like every line, the crowd was rocking with him heavy more than Payne. I gotta be honest. Coach, no shade to you, brother, but I thought Payne would have had that more than you. I gotta be honest.
Coach's style. All he gotta do is just have the material to match his voice, his delivery, and his style, and he'll do that every time. He'll do that every time, which makes him extremely dangerous. As long as his material matches his delivery, his style, and his prep, he's gonna, because it's made for that. Like I believe what Big K was saying in the face off when he was like, yo, sometimes the low hanging fruit, or sometimes it's saying ABC instead of A, B, Z, and then coming back to C. And then the punchline, literally the punchline is kind of like the core of a bar in battle rap. Over time, we've gotten better. We've gotten more advanced. You know, people have gotten, a real creative. We started doing schemes and all these multis and all this type of stuff. Absolutely. But still at the core is a type of metaphor or comparison that makes you invoke thought of something that you never looked at it like that before. Something hits you like a bus. Like, oh shit, I never thought about getting hit by a bus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a bad example, but that's the point, the concept of it. And he does that at a masterful level. So does B Magic. So does Rum Nitty. So does so does Ash. So does Fonz. So does Danny Myers. So does Big K. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have people that we call pure punches that even today are blazing a trail of being attracted to the fans, why would Coach be any different if that's what his capabilities are?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but Payne, we're not gonna act like Payne.
I rock with Payne heavy.
Payne is getting co-signed by like the legends and shit. Like I'll get calls from like the goats about Payne and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the first time that we booked Payne versus Zay was in the music room years ago. And I admit, man, some of the development bricks and the 1SKs and everything, they didn't really have the opportunity to follow up until Winged and Lawrence created this whole new division that they created. So now we get to see and provide that type of opportunity to a Payne. Remedy Loco, first time he battled on RBE was all the way back in Club Drum in New York.
New York City, NYC,
New York as a 1SK. You know, but now we got the opportunities more. And it's like, oh, the talent is there. So Payne is just really, he's just getting an opportunity to show you, and he's continuing to evolve as well. And Coach is just one of the most dangerous guys, over here. So it is what it is.
Battle of the night, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel. I don't know how people in the building
it's either
feel,
that or the main event. It's either that or the main event. It is. It really is.
One of the battle of the nights, which I didn't. One of the best back and forth. Yeah. Say that, one of the
either
best.
That or the main event. Right. No, I agree with you. It's either that or the main event. I agree with you.
And Trez, man, I really like this battle. And let me just say this right quick, man. Ever since the pulverized line that people chastise show off for, the brother been putting on, man. The brother been getting busy out here in these streets, man. Let me be clear. Bonnie, what's good, mama? He been getting real busy. I like this battle a lot.
I think Shoaff has been showing what his capabilities are since forever, since fucking Bloody Knuckles and Trap House, and I think, you know, since before even coming to RBE, I think he's been showing what the fuck his capabilities are. But the man puts in all that work, and then he gets killed and dragged for that one ball.
Right.
And nobody likes the ball. But I think the added element really is because it was at a max out. You know what I'm saying? That really shows how big a max out is as far as like what it can do or not do for a battler. So it happening there is like, and then people just ran with it and just continue to like,
Right.
but what he's done since then is just like a reminder of who he really is. Like, how dare y'all just try to have one bar and put in a bubble what I do?
True.
But that's the nature of this culture. So if the nature of this culture is scratch how great of a resume you've been giving us. Okay, cool. Y'all gonna want me to go on a run to show y'all what it really is? Okay, I'll do that. And he just did it.
Chef Trez, like I told you earlier, I got Big K, Chef Trez, and Miss Hustle. Those are my 3 people right now who have, if you want to say quote unquote, phenomenal years, right? Give me your thoughts on Trez, man. First of all, let me ask you this. Will this be his last time on RB?
No.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. We'll continue.
No. I that door is open for Trez, man. That door is absolutely open for Trez. The moment we get business that's lined up, I want to see him do what he just did Saturday again on RBE.
Well, maybe not on your side too much, but you know he's across the street now, so I don't know if that's going to be a complication or he's on contract or what. That's his last. You know, I guess that's how I was looking at it.
I do know. See, the way RBE's contracts are is people are allowed to do whatever they want, and I have conversations with people all the time. You know, because I try to conduct the best business possible, and people tell me all the time, like, you know, I do what I want when I want, and I'll be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I do know that people have different situations. Not everybody has the same situation. You know, if people want to know what Trez's situation is, you got to ask Trez.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I haven't been given the understanding that Trez just had his last RBE battle, so I haven't been given that impression. You know what I'm saying? And I hope not, because I feel like the culture itself wouldn't want that. I don't think the culture likes when people, you know, do amazing things on any platform and then all of a sudden feel like they can't do that anymore, because these leagues are different. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many years did people ask me about JC? I couldn't get asked about JC for like 5 years straight. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's good when battlers are in that spot. But at the same time, they are their own men. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, but I don't look at Trez like that.
Let me ask you this. You book a battle. You book battles, right? So when you book a battle like Show and Trez, you're hoping, I hope it's a dope battle. Were you really expecting these 2 brothers to really go at it like that?
I thought stylistically it made a lot of sense. Did I expect that it was going to be arguably battle of the night? No, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. But I'm not shocked at it.
Right.
I'm not shocked at it. You know what I'm saying? So I looked at those 2 guys and I said, yo, what they both do, I feel it is. Shout out to PB, I'll let you back, G. What they both do is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think just that Show isn't really known for rebuttaling. I mean, other than that, matchup-wise, it made sense to me. But the back and forth and the angles that they have for each other was just crazy. And real quick, too, since you was asking me about Trez, I want to say, you know, I've had times where I said this on camera before, and I think it's dope for him that he has such a reputation for something that he's mastered. But at the same time, it's a little foul how much we don't talk enough about his written rounds. Like, Trez's written rounds, you know, in a lot of battles that he's got on the line is fucking classic. You know, what made Sharon and Chef Trez a classic isn't just the 4th round, because if the 3 rounds was trash, then that battle's not a classic. Like, every round was a fucking war, and then we added that 4th round on top that was just such an epic moment, and it made it one of the best battles that we have. You know what I'm saying? I think Trez doesn't get enough credit or enough mentions for his writtens. It's crazy what he writes.
But ARP, to piggyback on what you said, and I said this on my blog yesterday, I feel like they try to put Trez in just the rebuttal freestyle block bag, and try to act like the man's writtens are on fire. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you ask me which one I want in the show battle, I want his writtens. Like he don't have to do a single. I'm glad that they both did them. They both had some good rebuttals. I'm glad. I'm glad that they did them. But if there were no rebuttals and no freestyles in that battle, we still would have had a great battle.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's overlooked sometimes when it comes to Trez. And I think Show Off what continues to be or was overlooked for a big portion of his career is his writing ability.
Yes.
But those guys continue to show y'all what what they bring to the culture. I think it's dope.
I would like Show Off to battle. You ready for this? I want Show to get Calico on RB.
Me too.
I want Show Off Calico what happened on your platform. I want that.
Me too. Calico just gotta. Oh fuck! I'm gonna be an asshole towards Calico. Fuck it. I was gonna be a nice guy. Try to say it all politically correct. Cal, you just don't overprice the battle and it's on the next card. That's all. Don't overprice it. That's it. I'm tired of talking nice to Cal. I'm going, oh, fuck it. Don't overprice it, and it's on the next card. That's it, man.
I don't know if you feel me on this though, but I was saying to you earlier, I want to see A-Ward and King Los battle, right? Am I bugging to say that Chef Trez and King Los would be a good battle?
No, you're not bugging. No, you're not bugging at all. But that's another one of them ones where I said, like, as much as I respect them for their writtens, got to take advantage of what they both are capable of doing and get that fourth. Because the fourth rounds are so fucking rare.
Yeah.
We got to take those opportunities to get them because they're so rare. So,
what was your take on the securities coming out? What was your take on that? That was crazy. That was crazy.
Trez might have just displayed the best sportsmanship in battle rap history. Anybody that walks up to you holding a gun, it's like it's the best sportsman. I'm trying to make light of it, folks. Like it's not like nobody got aimed at, and everybody knows as licensed security and all that type of shit. I'm trying to make light of it, but now that's a lot of sportsmanship for Trez, and then he turned it into a haymaker as well. But Low he's got a reputation in battle rap just that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got views. He sends me videos sometimes. He sends me shit like he'd be walking down the street and be like, yo, you the RBE guy. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is TV. You know what I'm saying? It's TV.
That was crazy.
I mean, yeah. So I guess people are so used to seeing Low at our events that people are now saying, fuck it, I could be creative with it.
Yep.
You know I could be creative with it.
QB versus Robin Rhymes. Now, real quick, what I learned during the face-off, and QB said this to yourself, she seemed like at one point in time she was, I don't want to say disgruntled with battle rap, or she was like not enjoying it.
She was retired for a second. She was retired for a second.
I felt like even when she was battling before, she wasn't really happy. It seems like she's happy now in a good place when I heard it during the face-off and everything like that, man.
You said she's having fun now.
Was mentioned a lot in this battle, sir. Do you believe? Blink twice if it's true, ARP. Blink twice.
Nah. It's just there's listen, there's bars and there's angles, and I ain't messing up nobody's material, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Let the ladies do the ladies, man. There's guys around, there's women around. You gotta expect certain bars to be in that.
Are you giving me PC answers, sir? Are you giving me PC answers right now? Is that what you do?
Very PC. This is some of this content is getting struck on our channel if we don't keep it PC.
I don't know what was going on in that blue room, but niggas' horniness and anatomies are just going crazy that night. Niggas is talking crazy in that blue room, man. I don't know what you got going on in there, sir, but
I'll tell you this, ladies, y'all welcome, man. Battle rap lacks women at these events. And I do like seeing more ladies continue to make their way to these events, including RBE events. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be that energy, though. You know what I'm saying? There's men around, there's women around. You know what I'm saying? There's bloggers there. You got battlers there. You got league owners there. You got there's going to be shit in the air, bars, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
what's your take on the battle? overall?
I think it was solid. I think it was solid. I think it was solid. I think Robin.
You gave her a big plate. You gave her a big plate. Huge
Well,
plate.
we do that all the time. we do that all the time. We don't. You can't complain around us, or you can't say that you're missing. You get thrown right in the deep water over here. Sean, you coming? I mean, not Jay Mills coming back. Yeah, Sean. Cool. 40 Cal. You want to come back to battle rap? It will. Jad, you sure you want to do this? Math alpha. Robin, you always online saying that your footage isn't out, and you want to, you know what I'm saying, you a vet, you deserve these looks or what? QB. We do that all the time. All the fucking time. And QB is continuing, to show the fans where she's at.
Right.
You had A-War battle, you had the caution battle,
Shuni.
you had the Shuni battle, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Chrome, and shout out to all the people over there, Rem and everybody at Chrome 23, matter of fact. But not to see QB having fun with it now,
right?
And continuing to hone her craft. Like she's evolved. She said in interviews, even she's evolving right now. She's like, I'm doing a little less disrespect and a little bit more barring out now. And it's dope. It's dope to see these battlers evolve, and she's a pioneer. So I think it was a solid battle. I think it was solid. It was solid, and it's good. And it's good to get more ladies on some of these cards anyway. So it was a solid battle.
Okay, Swave, Sevah, and Remedy Loco, man. This was to me student versus teacher. To me, that's what I felt the battle was to me. I don't know how you felt about the battle. I was happy for Swave. As an old head like myself, I watched Swave, Sevah, crowd surf, young Ken. I think you was in the building for that battle. Was you not in the building for that? I know that's my fact. Yes. 30 shotgun Suge. So to see Swave getting this bag, I was happy for Swave. And I'll say this about Remedy Loco. I like his voice projection. You know what I mean? I'm not the guy who plays the pause game, but he said a lot of pause-worthy bars. Shout out to X Factor. He probably respected that a little bit, though. But, talk to you about Swave Stir Around. Was it touchy hearing that a little bit? Nah.
Another round that I'm proud that's on the RBE channel. I heard people saying it could be round of the year type talk. I see him getting the memes, the Malcolm X memes, and all that type of stuff. That means he made an impact. Yes. People's talking about you. Yes. People's talking about Swave Stir Around right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think it came from a real good place. I think Swave's intentions when he was sitting down and penning that shit, I think he really writing from a genuine good place in his chest. And I gotta respect that, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think it would be very dishonorable, borderline disrespectful, and probably that's enough definition on that. Borderline disrespectful for anybody that has stature or is in that type of position like myself in this culture to not appreciate what Swave said. If I didn't like that round, then what type of nigga would I really be then? You know what I'm saying? Like would you just want to walk around and just see the whole world, burn down and shit? That ain't me. That ain't my personality. You know what I'm saying? So what Swave said needs to be acknowledged. It needs to be appreciated. It needs to be respected.
But is there a part of you? Is there a part of you like, come on, my nigga, like it sounds good, but come on, that's never gonna fucking happen. Relax now. Let's
Well, nah. I mean, it's not about whether you feel something is realistic or not. It's still the message. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have thought Malcolm X was crazy. Like, really? You really think that these white people and these black people gonna get together and their whole I have a dream? Like, really? That's what you think? But it's about the message. You know what I'm saying? You could be early on something. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if it's not gonna happen or even if it's not realistic, the message is still important. Sometimes the message within itself gets certain people in line, gets certain people to change their. That there's fans that feel like, yo, I can't watch. I don't respect URL because of RBE. That there's fans that say I don't respect RBE because of URL. Rounds like that get those idiots in line and say like, you know what, like I could watch both. Like maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like those messages are still important, regardless of how realistic something is or not.
But do you think that his message could come to fruition for real?
I don't think it has to for it to still be impactful.
I'm not
And
asking about impactful though, but do you think what he's saying about Madison Square Garden coming together, bad? Do you think that can happen? Because let me tell you something right now. If niggas
I
speak on
don't. No,
ARP,
all
if
right, all
niggas
right.
speak
I get
together,
it. I get it. I get it. I
hold
get
on.
it. You don't want people in these comments saying that ARP danced around the question. I'm not trying to dance. I'll give you the direct answer.
All right.
It's hard to see that vision. Even if I remove myself, you know, as I look at how battle rap has always been structured and how people move, it's hard to see the vision. I don't foresee it. You know what I'm saying? I don't foresee it. Would it be something that would be impactful? Of course. Like it's a lot, you know what I mean? But I don't foresee it. That's me being honest.
No, listen, I agree with you because to be honest, I would love to see Tay Rock and Big K battle.
They could battle.
You
Yo.
okay.
I've been real lighthearted this whole interview, and here's something I gotta say. I'm gonna be very, very serious right now.
Right.
I don't want going forward. I'm not gonna let nobody, and I'm not saying this directly to you. I'm not gonna let people talk to me in ways that I'm not the culprit of.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna start really, really making sure that people keep the same energy across the board.
Absolutely.
Or else don't talk to me or don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I expect the next time Swave get booked to rap that shit to smack.
Well, see, respectfully, some people,
but
respectfully to you, URL, I'm not hating on you, I'm just keeping it real. You're more accessible than people on URL, respectfully. Legal
yeah.
I'm just gonna be honest.
No. I get it, but I am. But at the same time, a real man, I'm gonna use Philly slang. A real man doesn't have picks. You can't say I'm only gonna do this to the more accessible one. Swave just gave you a whole round about the taller one is the one I want. So the less accessible the one should be the one that you want. It's the same concept. It's the same concept.
You're right. I guess what I'm saying on the blog is can I get rid of this? Could I?